people on YouTube? I'm Shoko, and today we're watching Are Women Okay? By Shoe0nHead. So let's go.
War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And Raytheon stock. War is a terrible thing, and this war has been happening for a very long time, from before most of us were born, and will be raging on after we're long gone. I'm of course talking about the gender war. Men versus women. For those of you who've been following me for the past year, you know of my ongoing research into the man question. From learning how to be a real man, if you're a grown-ass man and you wear a seatbelt in the passenger seat, you are likely to be a raging homosexual.
No, that just means you don't care about your safety or others. It's like, oh, let me drink and drive. Both are terrible decisions.
To judging men's living spaces, men will literally not buy a TV.
Honestly, I want mini fridges. I want a mini fridge so bad.
Stand, but we'll have 2 mini fridges. To examining their interesting dating rituals. Wish your toes were in my mouth right now. I mean, hey. And although this journey is far from over, I decided to take a break to focus on the fairer sex. That's right. The women. There are many things women love in this world. Flowers, chocolate, pumpkin spice lattes, cute animals, shopping, complaining and nagging. Am I right, fellas? But above all else, women love posting their own L's.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married.
No, I think it's crazy that they try to show, they're showing too much or explaining too much. They're oversharing, and I think it needs to stop. That is way too much oversharing. I'll let you know. I can see it. Okay.
Married today. Meanwhile, I have credit card debt. I am in a toxic situationship with one of my exes. Last week, I was so broke that instead of getting an Uber to the airport, I had a random guy from Hinge drive me, and this year I have had chlamydia twice.
No, why would you say that online? Why? Anyone can see that.
So I've been working on a pretty big
okay?
video, and I thought it would be nice to take a little break and make some trash content, because I know you guys love the trash content. And I feel like the last 2 videos were a little more serious than I usually am, so I feel like it's trash time. So let us answer the question on everyone's mind. Are women okay? No. No, they are not. But before we get into this deep dive into the psyche of the modern woman, let's quickly get into today's sponsor. Are you tired of this happening to you? Introducing... A big thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this video, and thank you as always, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Now let's get back to the video. From posting about their old high school teachers subscribing to them on OnlyFans, to posting about their boyfriends cheating on them with subscribing to them on OnlyFans.
No, that's crazy. Literally your own teacher subscribing to your OnlyFans? That sounds like any other type of, creepy teacher that was really into their student. I mean, I remember having a teacher like that where he'd only give A+ to the female students because he would treat them well, but then he would be biased towards the male students and be more harsher about grading them just because they were female. Them teachers be creepy and weird.
OnlyFans, to posting about their boyfriends cheating on them.
Wait, what? Let me see. I heard we were exposing our husbands' mistresses. Ooh.
Cheating
what
on
the
them
heck?
With their own mothers. Women love posting their own L's. I would know, despite rumors. I am a woman. Now, for the boomer demographic who watches me, who doesn't know what an L is, an L is a loss, and a W is a win. And for the Zoomer demographic that watches me,
I will never understand Zoomers.
Gat, Ohio Rizzler. When you try to be petty and request money from your ex and accidentally send it.
Oh no, that's crazy. How do you accidentally send money to someone instead of requesting it? Nah. Man went from his girlfriend to her mom. Oh, yeah. That is really wild. No.
Here's $100 for wasting my time and
Could have been taking the money, but lost the money is crazy.
being a cheater. L. Absolute L. My ex-boyfriend is now gay, and my ex-girlfriend is now straight.
Nah, if you are making them switch their interests, that means you basically made them realize how bad you are. To be making an ex-boyfriend turn gay is next level, and an ex-girlfriend turn straight. Like, it's like the Scared Straight, or when you go to those jails and they take those teens there to show them, oh, this is what prison's like. Basically that. Coach must be ranked as well as personality. Yup.
Call that p***y conversion therapy. When I helped the guy I was in love with get his girl because I thought maybe he'd fall in love with me in the process. No! Why did she think this would work?
She thought this was a fairy tale or something. Like some type of anime. That's not how it ever works out. If he was never interested in you to begin with, he'll never be interested in you later on. Just move on. Doesn't matter. There's plenty of people out there. I don't know why you had to help him so badly too, just to make him think, oh, look at me. No, that's not how it works.
Life is not TV. You are not the main protagonist of a Hallmark Christmas movie. I just remember the time I went on a first date to the London Zoo, and at the gate he asked if I would mind paying for my own ticket, which I said I would, at which point he pulled out a 2-for-1 voucher. So I paid for my ticket and he went in for free. I had to break up with him. Our signs weren't compatible. Once again, here we go.
Ugh. Signs, I feel like they're so stupid because they don't actually mean anything. And think about it. When someone has like a sign and they think, oh, because the sign says I'm all this, they all believe it. They actually believe it because they think it's real. It's like connected to them. Even though if they were told a different sign, they would think, oh shoot, I'm also like this. It's basically cherry picking, and then they're using basic, personality things that anyone could have. Yeah. What rock are you? Exactly. Birthstones. Get to know what their gems are. That's so cool. Stones are awesome.
Astrology is racism for white women. I'm a Gemini, and he told me not to flush when I peed at his house to save money, so I obliged until I went through his Discord and found pics of him drinking it. Oh,
disgusting.
No. I invited him to the crib, cooked for him, gave him the sloppiest neck you can manifest in your mind, let him fold me like an origami bird, called him an Uber, then blocked him and never spoke to him again. I really beat him to the punch. We are learning the game too fast. Wow, you sure showed him. When I broke up with a white boy,
literally gave him everything he wanted and then just drops him. Why? What for what? You think it's all because I'm like 3 steps ahead? I don't even think he was thinking that. See, I don't get it. I don't understand sometimes their mentality. That man is just wild. No star sign needed. Yo, that's just insane. Piss kink right there.
And he deleted his Stop Asian Hate story. Guys, my friend got banned from Tinder because she'd show up to dates without makeup, and the dudes kept reporting her as a catfish. Oof. I don't know, I've always quickly shown the men I've dated what I look like without makeup, because I figure if you don't love me at my naked-faced gremlin, you don't deserve me at my 2006 MySpace mid e-girl. I wanted this man to be vulnerable with me for so long. He finally called me yesterday and opened up, but the second he started crying, I lost all interest in him quickly. Women be like, men.
No, that's so stupid. She's such a hypocrite. Oh, be open with me. Oh, shows emotions. Oh, no, I don't like that. What? Such a No, there's no inner workings. They're also human. They can express their emotions. They can feel things. And I hate when it's just like, oh, they're not supposed to feel anything. They're not even supposed to be crying in front of me. That's so stupid. It's a normal human thing to cry and feel some type of emotion in some type of way. That would kill the inner child of a man and will never trust her again. Exactly! That would give trust issues. I'd have trust issues if I can't even be open or vulnerable with people.
Need to show their emotions till a man shows their emotions.
Yeah.
I told my husband not to buy me a Christmas present. I'm fuming that he actually isn't. Do not. I repeat, do not listen to women when they say this. Oh, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? No. Bullshit. Get them fries. I will never forget this guy I was seeing didn't text me back for 3 days, and when he finally texted me, I was like, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I was just watching The Sopranos.
Let this man spend 3 days watching The Sopranos, dang. Like, I be binge watching TV shows, anime, and all that all the time. I spend days watching these things. And yeah, it's okay not to message in 3 days. Like, dang. You need constant replies? Nah. Let him be.
When you are on your third kid and third baby daddy at 23, it's the hypersexual personality with a breeding kink for.
No, that's wild. 3 kids. 3 baby daddies. At this point, she in it for something. I know some people just do it for money or something, but that's just awful. Why would she do this? That would affect her kid's life, everything. It's not fair to them. At 23, so 3 kids throughout all the 3 years. So at 20, 21, and 23. 1 per year, yep.
For me. Okay, for the last time, you do not have a breeding kink. That is called being a woman. It is not a fetish. It came free with your genetics.
Yep.
Someone just asked my due date. I am not pregnant. A reminder, once again, that unless a woman tells you she is pregnant, please don't assume. It's really hurtful. Oh god, do not do this. I have seen this actually happen in real life. The internet will never know when I'm pregnant, by the way. They'll just have to assume I'm eating good. I was talking to this guy I met on Tinder, having the best conversations while we sipped on our boba, but when he found out my body count was close to triple digits, the conversation got quiet. He ghosted me after and blocked my Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Do all guys really care that much? Maybe I should start telling my dates that I'm a virgin instead. Yes, guys care that much.
Nah, but that's a wild rabbit hole to decide, oh, let me just lie to the person. Lies come out eventually. Someone will find out and someone will tell them. And then what? It's better to just be honest and straight up with the person. And then if you match their preference, then yeah, it'll work out. Some people don't mind that, but dang, triple digits? She was doing it back to back, probably. I mean, that's giving like the Bonnie Blue girl, who did, I think she was doing over 1,000 guys or 100 guys. I don't know which one it was, because one of them was British and the other one was American, I believe. The American one did 100, the British one did like 1,000. Insane.
And not just guys, and especially triple digits. If you're somebody who takes sex seriously and you think it's a special thing, or you're a virgin, or you yourself have a low body count, it's perfectly acceptable to care about body counts. But if you a hoe, or if you a man hoe, and you care about the other person's body count, you're a fucking hypocrite. But I feel like even if you are a hoe or a man hoe with like a 20-something body count, I feel like you could still judge someone who's in the triple digits. How do you even meet that many people? I don't even know 15 people. I'm gonna give this one a W because I'm just impressed. That's just impressive. When I got pulled over for speeding and the nice officer said I could just show him a picture of license instead because I forgot my wallet, and watched me scroll past.
If you can handle it, then you can handle it, and that man could not. Exactly. Some guys can't.
Multiple boob pictures, and I couldn't tilt my phone the other way because my dad was in the other seat. Okay, there is nothing more stressful and anxiety-inducing than handing someone your phone to show them a picture.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay.
Don't scroll, don't move.
Because if they accidentally swipe, they're gonna be seeing your hentai horse futa. Am I right?
Yeah.
Who among us does not have that on their phone. I remember one time I was so obsessed with a boy that I found out his address, his mom and dad's number. I would call his mom, and when she answered, I would make up lies about him so he got his phone taken away so he didn't talk to other girls. I found his family members' names, how many times he moved houses, what schools he went to, found all his family photos, found all the girls he messed with so I could become friends with them.
That's
What's crazy is men
wild.
will look at this and they'll be like,
No, that's like yandere stuff right there. She's like a full-on, I didn't even know they existed. They exist in real life. I guess that's where it comes from. That's next level.
I could fix her. Okay, so when I was in 3rd grade, I had a crush on this guy, but he had a crush on this other girl, and I cried about it to my mom, and my mom was like, who cares? They're not gonna get married. And that made me feel better, until I saw today that they did in fact get married. This reminds me when people are like, oh, like, don't worry, your school bully is gonna be fat and ugly in the future. No, my school bully is a f***ing bodybuilder now. She could kick my ass. It's important to remember that you were not the main character, and sometimes good things happen to people you do not like.
Yup, the world doesn't revolve around one person. We're all just living in it.
L. And honestly, you're 27 years old. Time to move on from your 3rd grade crush. A guy I was hooking up with told me I was getting chubby and I should eat less. I just ate an entire f***ing pizza. F*** you, Brian. Oh no.
Nah, that's such a bad way of treating your body. Because you could just be like, oh, out of spite, you could look snatched, look good, hit the gym, eat good, take care of yourself, take care of your skin, and look amazing. And then that'll make him really regret ever, leaving you and stuff like that. Get yourself a glow up. Do a glow up for yourself. That's including for guys too. If someone, makes you feel that way, do it out of spite. Show them, oh, that drive, I got it. And look at me now.
No. Do not do this. Do not spite eat to get
Yeah, it's self-destructive. It's not worth it.
back at someone calling you fat. You go to the gym and you get... What is happening out there? Who is dying? The guy I really like ghosted me because I posted a TikTok about guys with piercings and he didn't have any. Honestly, kind of the man's L here. Women will often talk about what they're attracted to and what their type is, and they'll talk about like what men they find handsome, and like men who like that woman will like constantly obsessively compare themselves to those features and those people. They'll be discouraged because they don't look anything like them, like me.
Exactly. Make yourself happy, and that will make them mad. Or give yourself the self-love and care you need. Hey, Sakura.
Maybe she likes blonde hair, and maybe he has brown hair. But if she
Yeah,
likes you, she will
preferences
make an
are
exception.
flexible.
And maybe she's attracted to things she didn't even know she was attracted to until she met you. Congratulations to the man who unmatched with me the moment I told him I was a journalist. Keep it classy, Middle America. Also, guess whose name I'm running through the court records tonight. What a Chad! Do not date journos. You unmatched me on Tinder, so now I'm gonna run your name through the courts. Okay, psycho. Oh, of course you worked for Jezebel. Rest in piss.
Jezebel. Ooh.
Oh, of course you worked for Jezebel. Rest in piss.
Jezebel to shut down after 16 years. Oof. Because someone's not gonna have that same job. If a guy did the things women liked, she'd ghost him for doing the things she wanted. Yup. So contradictory.
Yes. Women need to start using men for sex. Sleep with them and block them. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Who wants to tell her? No, but really, not all men do that, so now you're just contributing to this cycle of abuse. Do not do this, woman L.
It's toxic.
My boyfriend said he was into BDSM, so he'd have me doing burpees, planking, wall sits, and push-ups. I was into it, and he said he loves watching girls get pushed to their physical and mental limits when they submit to him. Then after a few months of this, he admitted he was just trying to get me in better shape because he didn't like having sex with me as much as he did at my old weight. Should I be offended? Okay, this one is just funny. Wait, what are these ages? 18 and 29.
No. When did they meet?
My old weight? Me and my boyfriend were hanging a TV and I told him to just let me do it. And now there's 30 holes in the wall. How do I tell him I need him to do it? Let your man do man things. Men were built for war and hunting. And now they're stuck in cubicles for 8 hours a day doing Microsoft Excel. The least you could do is let a man hang a damn TV. I don't care. If you can open the jar yourself, give it to him. Men in captivity need to feel like they have a purpose, or else they die. Do you notice that?
It reminds me of the butter passing robot in Rick and Morty when it's like, what is my purpose? To pass the butter. And it's like, oh, that's it.
Men are no longer persuasive. Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it. These guys are told when a woman says no, that means no. And they're correct. So if you say no, you better mean no.
Let them move on.
Like a large percentage of men aren't even approaching women anymore. The amount of TikToks I have seen of women secretly filming men hitting on them, and the men are not even being creepy. They're being pretty normal. Maybe they're a bit awkward. And the caption's like, this creep was hitting on me. Whoa, how dare him? Like, how do you think your parents met? How are people supposed to meet people nowadays? Tinder? Like, you can't just walk up to a girl or guy you think is cute anymore. You have to be swiping on them. I am afraid we have Me Too'd a little too close to the sun, and now the men are afraid of speaking to us. I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to rail me, and he said he was too tired. So we went to bed, and I literally woke up to him jerking it. Honestly, I can't decide whose L this is. Is it her L because he didn't want to have sex with her? Or is it his L for being too lazy? Perhaps she lays there like a dead fish.
Honestly, if that's the problem, they should honestly talk about it. Communication, always key. I mean, that's how everybody does it with their families, with their, friends. They always communicate. You're always letting them know what you need and want, so you can make sure the relationship's good, because you can't just let that fester. It's like a wound. If you just continue to let it fester, it's just going to get all infected, and then the relationship's going to just go further and further drifting apart. Just not healthy. Learn to communicate. Learn to say what your needs and wants are. Understand yourself and know your boundaries first.
I don't know, maybe just work out your issues in private. Why is this even on TikTok? Wait, no, on second thought, do not work them out in private. This is great content. Please do keep posting. I got asked on a date today, and I blocked the guy because he asked me what I wanted to do instead of just telling me. Listen, there is a reason women are so indecisive about things, about where to go, and especially about what to eat. It is in our blood. Back in the caveman times, we didn't have a choice. You hunted the mammals and you dragged them back to the cave, and that is what we ate. So you choose. You bringing home Chipotle is the modern man bringing home a mammoth carcass. One time I was gonna have sex with this dude after a concert, and we went to shower off, and I did this naked little jig and went, "It's time to wash me holes," and he made me go home. No! No, don't fumble the quirky girl, no! I'm out eating with this guy, and he took the bill, and I offered to pay, and he said, "Okay, here." I love this trend of women being like, "I want this," and men being like, "Okay," and women being like, "Wait, no, not like that. For the love of God, just say what you mean." Men do not know how to play these mind games. These boys autistic out here. A guy wrote to me on Tinder calling me quite the catch because I like nachos and Always Sunny. So I wrote back saying, "Well, if you're impressed by that, you should see my tits." And he unmatched me. I literally have no idea what men want. See, this is a woman who has on her mind that men want sex, 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 and nothing else. So she came out too strong right out of the gate and scared him off. I was on a blind date. The guy opened up Tinder while sitting there with me and was swiping on girls. I guess I wasn't interesting enough.
Oh, no.
A lot of pain in that, haha. What's the hardest thing you ever had to say? It's me or the PlayStation. He took the PlayStation over his marriage and 10-year relationship. Oh my god. You know, I always say if somebody offers you an ultimatum between them and something else,
it reminds me of the show It's Me or the Dog kind of thing, where they either choose to stay in that relationship with the person or want to stay with their dog. Well, basically, it's just more about dog training, but kind of similar where, you're giving an ultimatum. So, I mean, if the person was really bad in the relationship, I would understand why you walked away with the PlayStation.
Take the something else. But in this case, I don't know, a PlayStation? Like, maybe there's more to the story, but ending a 10-year relationship and marriage over a PlayStation?
I just
Must have been deep.
came to the realization why I'm single. Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive, I see their wives, and they just look like so, like, you know, not like this, you know, like, I pretend my tattoos are gone. That's why guys don't want to wife me up. I thought these men wanted, like, you know, big, strong, tough girls.
Okay, so first of all, she will find a man, okay? She's adorable, she's self-aware.
She's pretty. She will definitely find someone. There's always someone. Game system over relationship. You can have. Enjoy it over toxic people. Exactly. At least the game is going to treat you better than a toxic person would.
Little quirked up white girl with tattoos. Who doesn't like a little quirked up white girl with tattoos? I personally love tattoos. I love piercings. If I wasn't such a pussy, I would look like this. In high school, I was so determined to get an Avenged Sevenfold logo on the back of my neck. So happy that didn't happen. But anyway, some men do like her style, and trust me, judging by the internet, men love muscle mommies.
Yep.
But if she's not
Lean
attracting
beef
the type of men
patty.
she wants, she could just easily soften up her style. She could take the nose ring out. She could put her hair down. I'm not gonna say L or W. This is kind of neutral. I'm leaning towards W because she's so self-aware about it. But I think she's gonna make it. We're all gonna make it, queens. If a man leaves you after you've cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man. Real men would work through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws.
No. If you cheated, it's over. There's no, oh, you get multiple chances. No, you destroyed true trust in the relationship. Why should he trust you any further? Joke's on you. I play WoW. That game treats but me horribly. WoW is fun though. I really enjoy WoW.
When I thought my man was cheating on me, so I slept with his dad, but actually he was just planning on his proposal to me and I ruined it.
How? What? This is crazy. Nah, if all it took was for her to feel suspicious and then immediately jump onto his dad, that was not a good relationship. Oh my goodness.
What? When you go through his phone to see if he's cheating, but you find screenshots of you cheating.
Oh.
When you checked his phone to see if he's cheating but found nothing, then suddenly he said, "My turn." Listen.
See, they're just being hypocrites. Basically, they're projecting their own insecurity or their own things that they're doing in the relationship, just hoping that they'd find something so then they can feel less guilty about themselves doing the bad things. When honestly, cheating is horrible. It's a bad thing overall, regardless of who is doing it.
If your partner wants all of your passwords and constantly wants to see your phone, reads all your texts and wants access to all your accounts all
That's
the
controlling.
time, and accuses you of cheating on them randomly,
Projecting.
that's most likely projection,
Yeah.
and they are cheating on you. Not all the time. Sometimes they have trust issues, maybe
Yeah.
from a different relationship. In these cases, yes, it was projection. Mom of two leaves her husband of 14 years for a stranger she was convinced was her soulmate after one magical night at a conference, only to be ghosted by him. I'm sorry, are we supposed to feel bad for this bitch? Because I don't. Men,
Yeah.
if the DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better.
For what? For what? Why is it his responsibility when it's not even his child? It would be different if they were in a marriage, but it would also be very different if they, one person cheated. And that's giving cheating, and that's giving, oh, this is going to be a divorce. Like, if this was a child outside of the marriage before they got married, and he was fully aware, oh, this kid is going to be part of the family and everything like that, guys have that choice to make if they want to be with someone who has a child or not. It's a preference. Everyone has preferences. I just think it's crazy that they have to take responsibility. No, the guy that got you knocked up takes responsibility for that, not the other guy. You got it wrong.
What? Woman, 37, stabs husband multiple times
Ooh.
after finding explicit photos of another woman that turned out to be her when she was thinner. No!
No
This man
way.
texted me, "Thank you for showing me what it feels like to be loved. I can't wait to make you my wife someday." It's gay shit like that that makes me want to cheat.
What the
Women
heck?
be like, "Wow, thanks." This is why it's so hard to convince men to open up. I hope and pray this king has found someone who actually appreciates him. When he cheated on me with the same girl my other ex cheated on me with. Girl, that isn't your average hoe. That's your arch nemesis.
Yeah.
You need to either defeat her in battle or commit.
Literally make sure that she never is around your life. Move to a different city, town, whatever. Don't let her even know where you're going. Yeah, don't even be friends with a girl like that. Don't even let her know you exist at all.
Commit seppuku right now. No other way. Betrayed. I suggested an open marriage to my husband to spice up our sex life. He then fell for his lover and I was heartbroken. Many such cases. Woman wants to open up the marriage, man finds someone else and leaves with her. Because as soon as you open up the marriage, he's not gonna take it seriously anymore.
Yep.
Because you're not taking it seriously anymore. And a lot of
In
people
the greener
just can't be
pastures.
polyamorous. They can only be monogamous. They can only give their love
To
and
one.
intimacy to one person at a time. So L, common open marriage L. Getting 2 jobs and telling my boyfriend that I'll work 70 hours a week so I can pay the bills so he can find his dream job, to find out he was cheating on me on the days I worked 16 hours. When
Oh, imagine getting used like that. That's next level. Open relationships do not work. Nothing will change my mind. Yeah. I mean, at that point, just don't even be in a relationship. If you really want to just sleep around with other people and whatnot, don't be in a relationship. Be open about it and be like, yeah, I'm not looking for a relationship. But honestly, why even hook up then? What's the point? Like, I thought, oh, if you want to be intimate with someone, it's for the right reasons and, to be happy with someone. It's kind of sad.
when he went on Tinder right in front of me an hour after taking my virginity.
I mean, I understand if it's just, I guess, their life. I will respect that. Everyone has their life. I mean, it applies for guys too. It applies for like both people can decide to do those types of things. And that's their life. Just know that you're gonna find people with different preferences. Date to marry, not to bang, and all issues will be resolved. Simple enough.
I nursed my cheating husband back to health from severe brain trauma. Then he cheated again. Okay, so I know this is about women posting their L's, but goddamn, these men ain't shit. No wonder there's so many insane, broken harpies coming at me when I talk about male loneliness. And no wonder there are so many men who think all women are lying whores. Y'all are destroying yourselves. Stop cheating. Is
One
it that
side
hard
and the
to
other
not
side.
fuck someone? I don't think so. Look at my audience. Full of people who haven't done that.
I mean, the whole time
Oh,
I was
no.
seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment. I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart.
What the
It
heck?
was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage.
Demon! Be gone, vile woman! Congratulations, you have created another person with trust issues. People like this should be in jail. People like this should be in prison. People like this should be thrown in the pit. Remembering the time he came home and told me he cheated on me, so I slept with him and made him
Why do women do that? I don't know. That's insanity. What's the point? Like, you're just hurting someone. They have no empathy. Where is the empathy? Where is the humanity?
tell me I was better. When I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me, instead of breaking up, he had me and the other girl give speeches on why he should stay with either of us, and when he chose
What
me,
the
I
heck?
took him out to dinner and got him thank you presents. Never was much of a romantic. I used to beg him to stop cheating on me by giving him money.
Oh,
me remembering the
no.
time I walked in on my boyfriend cheating on me, and I left and came back 5 minutes later and asked to join. They declined. Women!
What are with these people? Like, it's always the terrible people that are cheating on their other person, every single time. It does not matter. They're just terrible people. They're terrible humans. Why do they even get second chances? Why do these people allow them to push them even further like this? I don't like that. I get annoyed when I see people just enthralled with a guy that's so terrible or toxic, or a girl that's so terrible and toxic, and then they don't realize it. It's only when you point it out and you're there for that friend that sometimes they get out of it, or sometimes they stay with it, and then you lose that friend forever because they decided to stay with the terrible, cheating assholes. Same.
Get some self-respect. Holy shit. I would say you could do better, but honestly, I don't know anymore. Turn up the cheat. All women should have an affair once in their life.
What the heck?
It made me feel sexier and look younger. First of all, did it? Second of all, this is the kind of shit the average woman has blasting into her mind 24/7. And you wonder why like 45% of them are destined to be single in 2030. And on the flip side, you have all these like manosphere red pill people excusing cheating, but that's a video for another day. Is the man I'm cheating with lying to me like he does to his wife? Yes. Yes, he is. Next, I've cheated on every single one of my significant others. Would you still take a shot? Fellas, would you take a shot? I swear to God, women with big titties can get away with anything. The power dynamic of the world is this. The peasants, the rich, the elites, the deep state, women with big titties. Broke up with my boyfriend who loved me so I could hook up with my coworker that I've had a huge crush on since forever, who just got out of a 3.5-year relationship. All to get pumped and dumped. Thinking about how my perfect first boyfriend who was nice and bought flowers and gifts and planned surprise dates and never followed girls on social media, and how I dumped him because I was bored and went off to date men who literally abused and cheated on me.
So basically she thought, oh, I can find something better. No, this is stupid. Oh my goodness. See, people don't think. They're just like, oh, I'm bored now. The relationship doesn't have the same high. Like, that's the problem is, when you start a relationship, that's the honeymoon phase. That's like the phase where you think everything's so amazing, flowery. And then after that, it's just like, oh, it's not enough. And they think, oh, they can get better. Like, you had good. Why did you leave that? I just don't understand when they do. Like the article that has seen recently where a woman left her husband because her female Pilates teacher made her feel something different. Nah, it's like the yoga instructor coming in and taking away your wife or something. Or golf instructor, whatever, tennis instructor.
LMAO. Thinking about the time I left a man who would do anything to make me happy for a literal bum. When I had a boy that had loved me unconditionally since we were 13, flies across the country to surprise me, and after 2 years still supported me and worshipped me, and I let him down for a lying, cheating piece of shit. I'm starting to suspect there's not a male loneliness epidemic, and it's more of a avoiding these evil bitches epidemic. This video was turning me into a misogynist. I always thought the woman leaving the nice guy for the bad boy and getting her heart broken was a silly trope. Like, I knew it happened, but I didn't know it happened this much. L's all around. Throw these women in the pit. I hope these guys find women who appreciate their niceness. Because believe it or not, despite popular belief, most women do like that. I asked him how tall he was, and he said, I'm 5, and I immediately hung the phone up. Turns out he's 5'11". How do I apologize? I rejected this sweet guy various times.
Why does he have to be so tall? If you're, average height, most guys will be taller than female average height. Why does it need to be above 5'10" or whatever? That's so stupid. It's literally fine. And plus, like, I feel like, literally, what about women who are tall? They don't care. Sometimes tall women choose shorter guys or taller guys or same height people. But I know everyone has that preference for the height.
A couple months later, he's dating someone new. Then once I got home, I cried. It's
always just preferences, but I wouldn't say everyone, because most people I know don't care about that. It's just these women online are so crazy. Like, I never knew they were this crazy until I started watching those videos. Mocha, what's going on? Sorry. Yeah, so then my Siri went off. As I was saying, sorry, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Time my prison pen pal came out of jail, f***ed me once, and never spoke to me again after 2 years of telling me he loved me and wanted me to be in his life forever. I'm sorry, your what? Your prison pen pal? You're telling me the convict in jail was not a good person? Of all people? I left my husband because the sex was boring. Now I'm having the same problem with my new partner.
Ugh.
There is a common factor here. He proposed.
Yeah.
Aw, that's nice. To the girl he dated after me. Oh. I know we all let our dogs eat us out at least once.
Ew.
Sorry.
What?
Us? Who is this?
There
us
is no
and
we.
You speak of. One time I was riding a dude and he pressed my bladder, so I ended up peeing all over him for a solid minute, and after I said, I'm claiming my territory. I pee in the shower so frequently that my feet are dyed yellow. I left my underwear on the bathroom floor after my shower the other day, and now there's ants eating my discharge.
Oh my goodness, why? This is so gross. I would also like to say, did you know it's actually not good for you to, well, not good for women to urinate in the shower because of like the pelvic part of it. It's just like not healthy. It's not good for your health. Just go sit down on the toilet. It's easy. And also a shower. Just take a shower. And wash up the stuff. Like just wash your stuff. You know, if it has instructions to hand wash it. If it has instructions to just throw it in the wash, just throw it in the wash. It's so nasty.
I'm not showing this, but it's literally just dirty underwear with ants all over it. You know, growing up, I was always told, like, oh, boys are the smelly, messy gender, and...
No.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Confession. One time somebody nutted in my mouth and his semen was chewy. I held back tears. Oh god, this one made me gag. Whose L is this? Is this hers or the man's? I don't even know. See a fucking doctor. Okay guys, I really need help. Every check from my sugar daddy bounced. Wells Fargo was...
This is not the Dark Ages. Urine is not good on the body. Exactly. Like, what are they thinking? Urine is never good on any parts of the body, including the eyes from the last video. Ugh.
Closing my accounts and I'm gonna owe them a lot of money. Like thousands and thousands. I'm in a full-blown panic right now. I don't know what to do. You know, as a socialist, I really hate to say this, and I wish we lived in a different society and didn't have to give all our time and our life to this labor under this evil capitalist system, but get a f***ing job, bitch! I spent $20K on plastic surgery to try to get a man, but it hasn't worked. I've been single for 7 years. Well, you went from cute and unique to like cookie-cutter Kardashian alien, but perhaps it is not the way you look. Maybe it is something else. You do not have to look like a blow-up doll to find love.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, being, you know, unique and being yourself is better than trying to look another way that's not naturally you. I mean, I don't have anything against plastic surgery. People want it. They can get it. I don't care. It's just, you just gotta accept if it goes badly or, you know, it makes you look good. And I mean, it's kind of also has a bit of body dysmorphia issues. I know not everybody has these things, but you know, sometimes those reasons for doing these things are because of other people and their opinion on you, when you should just like ignore what other people say about you and just be happy, you know, with yourself. I mean, if it's like a medical problem, like for me, I got a medical problem. I can't breathe through my nose. I got problems. So I have to get that done soon. So eventually you guys will be seeing me just barely, you'll just be hearing me speak very nasally for a while because I can't breathe. But yeah, I honestly think, you know, if it's necessary or if something you really want, okay, do you. But there'll always be people with preferences that are like, well, I don't want the girl that looks like every other girl, and that's okay. And some people want that. Things we expel should not be used on ourselves. That there is a reason it is expelled. Yup. It's got all the toxins in it. We will watch you anyway.
In fact, you're more likely to not find love. looking this way. $25,000 L. Everyone my age is having children, buying houses, and getting married. And I'm just over here crying with happiness that I got to hear Hillary Clinton say human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights in person. You don't have kids? How old are you? Me, 31. That surprises me. I'd be lost without my kids. I mean, how do you find meaning in life? Me. Marvel keeps coming out with films, so I have that. Average millennial. Reject love and family. Embrace corporate media slop. Okay, it's one thing to just not want kids. It's another to cope like this. At least I have Marvel movies. At least I have Hillary Clinton. Bleak. Thinking about the fact that I offered him $100 a week to add me back on Snap and talk to me, and he said no. I was so ready to pay that too. I still am. I will still pay you to add me back. Please, I'm begging. Could you imagine this reverse? Like men paying money to talk to a crazy woman? Oh, wait. That's like 60% of my Discord.
I'm Rhea.
Donnie, nice to meet you.
Fun fact about Donnie, he's a Marvel nerd. Are you into Marvel?
You know what? No. Like, my brother watches them, but I just can't get into anime. Like, okay.
Like, you can't not like Marvel. It's amazing. There's so many different things, and it's not
Marvel,
anime. It's just
yeah.
like a bunch of superheroes who try to save everybody.
It's not anime. What is she even?
We need to hook this guy up with the other woman who's like 31 and single and only looks forward to Marvel movies. They are a match made in heaven. When I remember that I basically begged a dude who had his mattress on the floor and a plastic jug full of loose change on his mantle to be with me, and he said no. Still can't believe I f***ed a guy who made me drink water out of a Tupperware container. I f***ed a guy with actual shit on his floor. Okay, this is why so many women think men aren't improving or putting in a lot of effort, because they don't have to. They can have literal shit on their floor and you will f*** them. How are women's standards so high and simultaneously so low? I'm a liberal. It's hard to find masculine men to date who aren't conservative. Ladies, stop f***ing thinking you need your man to align with you completely. Because you know who's gonna align with you completely? A woman. A woman with bipolar disorder. A woman marries a dog after 220 failed relationships with men.
Oh my goodness.
The fate of every lonely man is suicide, and the fate of every lonely woman is marrying her dog.
Or a bunch of cats.
Unfortunately, I can't make a cute recap video of this year because I spent 2022 ugly crying over my ex, quit my job, ended up in the psych ward, and got an STD. It really does need to be studied why women love posting their L's. My theory is that, like, women's go-to humor is self-deprecation. Like, female comedians do it often. Even me, like, I'm constantly making self-deprecating jokes in videos. So it could be that, or it could be just, like, a cry for help or attention. I have no idea, but what I do know is you couldn't beat this shit out of a man. So that was that, whatever that was. Wait, I guess I'll leave you guys with a question. Post one of your biggest L's. Did you ever fumble a relationship? Did a girl flirt with you 10 years ago and you didn't realize she was flirting until now? If you want to support the channel, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. I'm doing Christmas cards again this year. $5 and up, you get a personalized Christmas card and a sticker. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, bye!
Very interesting. Always like her content. Always interesting to see all this stuff. I hope you guys liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And bye-bye. That is too much for internet. Exactly.